I think it's really difficult. There are lots of tattoos out there and you go through all the parlours, you look at the work. What I thought was important was that the tattooist actually spoke to me one-on-one and told me what he wanted to do, because I'm no artist. And I went to a few and they were talking while they were tattooing something, so I was thinking, you're not concentrating on either of us. And then eventually I came here and I had an idea and they were like, that won't work. And that was the first person who said that won't work. So I thought, actually they're thinking what's best instead of just getting the money in. You get people who say, oh, why are you having a tattoo? Only thugs, criminals and pirates have them. And I'm like, well, it's not that at the end of the day. It's people have it because it's artwork. I have issues with, particularly my body, with stretch marks, so I want them covered up and made to look better than what I am. And at the end of the day, people don't realise that it's just art. My first experience was when I was 16. It was a bad experience. I'd gone just as a bet to prove that I did look older than 18. They didn't check my ID. My friend chose the pattern for me, I didn't have anything. And it really hurt. It put me off having them. I liked the idea of them, but the pain that I experienced on that first one, I was like, I don't want to do that again. But I just thought, after having grown up a bit, I should have gone somewhere where A, they should have checked my ID, and B, they should have actually said, what do you want, instead of your friend choosing it, which was just a silly, juvenile thing to do. But at that age you want to rebel and prove people wrong. So yeah, I would advise people to wait till they're a bit older so they make sensible decisions. Javi's superb. He takes the idea I have and then he just expanded on it so much that when he showed me the drawing, I was just instantly, that's what I want done. He takes time to explain things to me, which I find important, because sometimes I know other people who've had tattoos and it's just they're there and the tattoo's done and you go, whereas Javi explained every stage of it. And even then he started to, the design evolved as he was doing it. He was like, this would look better if I did this, and he told me about it. He studied dragons for me, he got books, and he was just superb. It's very welcoming, whereas some shops are really dark and it looks seedy, whereas here it's quite modern with a great atmosphere. Everybody jokes, everybody has an input on what's going on, but the actual building is lovely. It's relaxing again because you can see it's clean, which again is so good. I've went in so many. When the first one I had done, it was horrendously filthy, and that should have set alarm bells off, but it didn't. But here it's like they're always cleaning, they're always making sure you're alright, so I can't say enough about this place. It's brilliant. I think you've got to speak to the person one-on-one, see if you click, have you meet. I think we get on really well. We talk to each other, we've got similar things in common, we've got kids, but it's the fact that he's shown me some of his work. He went that extra distance and made a huge drawing for me. And you've got to make sure that the environment's right, like here it's clean. Don't go in somewhere just because it's a little bit cheaper. The tattoo's going to last forever. Go somewhere, yeah, it might cost an extra 20 quid an hour, but at least you know it's good. I started off with my son watching LA Ink and Miami Ink, and Miami Ink was quite good. It was, they never really gave a reason, it was just more about the tattooists and their relationships, and then you saw the work and it inspires you. You're like, oh, that's a really good idea, that is. But then you end up with like, oh, my grandmother died and I want to have a tattoo because to remember her, but she doesn't like tattoos, but I'm sure she'll like this one. It's like, no, she won't like tattoos because she already told you she hates tattoos, so don't have one. And then it was just all drama. It actually felt staged half the time. It'd be good if there was a show where it was just purely about the tattooists and showing what the people go through when they have that tattoo, how they feel, and just without the drama.